Alright, hey everyone, just wanted to go through my get home bag system and go over why I have both bags on the table. I previously reviewed this bag on my channel. This is my EDC messenger bag by Helikon Tex, and I'll go through my philosophy for my get home bag system and how to incorporate my EDC system into the bag. So here we go. Set this off to the side here. Alright, so this is a Helikon Tex MK2 raccoon bag, and they're adaptive green color, 20-liter bag, and it's actually can hold a lot, surprising for its size. So we'll get to it right now. First, I'm going to take this off. We'll go over the rope and my idea for that in a second, but I keep it behind the shot cord here on the bag, and we'll get to that later. Tighten this up here, just make it look nice. Alright, so first up in this top compartment I have a inventory list laminated, which I have with all my bags. Cotton Shima. This is a coyote color, 100% cotton. Has a variety of uses: bandaging, water filtration, shelter. Baseball cap, Wazoo Survival Cachet cap. And this is my clothing kit here. So I put this in a Helikon Tex pack cell container. Little compression straps on the back, which keeps it nice and low profile. So in this I have these are wool gloves. They're a half glove with a mitten, so you can still manipulate things, and then if it's really cold, fold the mitten over, and then you can use that to take containers off the fire. I like wool because it's flame proof and extremely warm. Beanie, neck gaiter, also for disguise. Just a gray man color standard t-shirt, pair of underwear, 2 pairs of wool socks. These are darn tough socks. Pair of jeans made by LA Police Gear, and these have their they look regular, like a regular pair of jeans, but they do have a hidden pocket here in the back where you can put knives or magazines or whatever else you might need. And then last, I have a leather belt. So this is for obviously a belt, but then also can double as a leather strap for knives on the fly. And then that's the Helikon Tex pack cell. Idea behind the clothing is, if I'm at the beach wearing shorts, flip-flops, if I'm wearing a suit. Obviously not ideal clothing to get home, so I can have an immediate change of clothes that I can throw on and then use that to get home. It also frees up some space in the pack, which we'll talk about later. Mylar blanket, Titan Survival, just for shelter on the fly. This is a firebox. This is a little mini wood stove that can also adapt and fit a Trangia type alcohol burner to boil water for purification or food prep. So I'm not going to take this all apart, but it's pretty functional, multi-use, and you only need some dry twigs to get a good boil going. Silky saw, wood saw, F180, fine teeth for shelter and fire prep. That's it for the top compartment. Main compartment, I have just one meal, Peak 2 refuel. This is the beef pasta marinara, and it's 1,040 calories for one meal. And I like these because they only take 1 cup of boiled water to prepare. So, food on the fly. This is a Duluth fire hose little pouch with some hygiene stuff. So massive Epic wipes for bathing on the fly. I've used these a lot. They're actually pretty functional. Wizzy Wipe towelettes for TP and hygiene purposes, fire starting. And then this is just a little bag of various Vaseline petroleum jelly for multi-use lotions, lip balm, fire making, and wound care. This is a light load towelette compressed washcloth, little larger Wizzy Wipe TP tab, eye drops, plastic comb, nail clippers, Victorinox. These are antiperspirant deodorant wipes, smaller than having to carry an extra stick of deodorant, and then this is a travel toothbrush with toothpaste in the bottom. So just a quick hygiene kit. Not the most important thing, definitely could dump that if I'm going for absolute speed and light load, but it's nice to have just for morale purposes. Next I have a water bladder. This is 3 liters size. Seeker water storage bag. Got this at REI. My plan for this guy is if I'm at work and I need to get out, get home as soon as possible, and I can't take my car, I have to travel on foot, I would then fill this up with water at work. There's always a lot of bottled water everywhere. I'd fill this up, place it in the pack, and then that would be my water for getting home. Backup fixed blade knife. This is the Mora Garberg in carbon steel, 90-degree spine. I have some Gorilla Tape wrap, Titan survival cord, Ranger bands, Riggers bands, and a ferro rod. So fire starting capability and some cordage all in one. This is made by Solo Stove. It's basically a transient type alcohol stove with a simmer cap, and then I have this full of isopropyl alcohol, 90%, so that I can use to boil water as well as use for first aid, hand sanitization, wound cleaning, that kind of thing. And then this will boil enough water to eat that meal as well. 2 things of webbing, which I'll get to later. This is a Power Film Lightsaber Max. It's a 2000 milliamp hour external battery with a built-in flexible solar panel, so you can charge on the fly, and it has 2 USB-A discharges, and it also actually has a built-in light, which is kind of cool. Not the cheapest piece of gear, but it's actually one of the most useful if it ever came down to it. And it also, I'll show you in a second, I have cords to be able to charge this in a car if needed. So I'll put that together later. These are the cords right here. So a cigarette lighter adapter, as well as a wall charger with a USB output to be able to charge it from a wall if I have the ability, and then just the cigarette lighter adapters there. To go along with the clothing, I have Solomon trail running shoes. These are super comfortable, proven design. I've worn them a lot, no blisters, and low profile, still kind of fits that gray man look. So super important to have some good shoes. This is my self-defense pouch, which has things for self-defense, but I'm not going to get into this because YouTube doesn't like that. And then I have the stainless lunchbox survival kit that I reviewed on my channel. You can go check out that video, but basically this has everything for survival, including tools, knives, water purification. So a lot of these things in here, like this is kind of redundancy to this, but don't have a fixed blade in here, but would like to have a fixed blade, so I add this to this, as well as everything else that I already displayed. So, and then lastly on the bottom, to go along with the clothing kit, this is the Helikon Tex Pilgrim Anorak jacket with I have a long sleeve wool shirt. I don't know the brand of this. Let's see. Badlands wool shirt, super warm, just additional layers, and then this is the Pilgrim Anorak jacket. Lots of pockets, a lot of usefulness, and still kind of looks gray man, combined with the jeans and everything. So that's the pack. As you can see, compact, but it actually holds a lot and is super comfortable in the back. It has a waist strap that's not padded but has some wide webbing, and then the shoulder pads are pretty thick and padded and comfortable. So, and it does have a pass-through for water tube if you need that. Oh, actually, forgot this piece. So, flashlight, O-Light, H2R, Nova. It's a headlamp, but can also convert to a stand-up light that is magnetic and a right angle light. So, good to have some candling devices. And then lastly, go over my rope philosophy here. So, this is an 8mm prusik cord by PMI. It has a 3,000 pound breaking strength. My thought for this is just last ditch resort to have to get down either a tall building or a cliff side or a section of freeway I'm stranded on. If in case of an earthquake, gives me the ability to do that. And I have on here 2 Ranger bands, which I'll take off, and I put a piece of nylon tubular webbing on here. My thought for this was some protection for the rope if creating an anchor point with the rope itself, or I can slide it down the rope to a place of friction, whether it be going over the side of a building or a cliff, and this could protect the rope itself. And then my thought with these, I have a piece of 9-foot tubular webbing and 12-foot. With one I can tie a water knot, create a hasty harness, and then with the other I can use for creating an anchor point somewhere high up. And then to get into my EDC kit philosophy, so this goes everywhere with me. This is my EDC kit. I reviewed this on the channel, and one of the things it does have is these locking Metolius carabiners. And my thought is I would take these off, and I can use this with this rope to create a makeshift friction knot to lower me down a building. This is about 80 feet, so just a last ditch resort. It's more than strong enough to hold my weight with the pack, and the rope is more than strong enough. And I have 2 of them, so one I can use for the top for the anchor point, the other I can use as my my friction device, kind of like a makeshift figure 8 belay device. So what I would do in case of having to get home in an emergency is I would empty out all the clothing. I would put the clothing on, which would then free up a lot of space in the pack itself. I would then poach my EDC kit for all the things that I thought was necessary for the trip home, depending on the situation, how far I am from home, what time of year it is, that sort of thing. So I could take my stainless steel water bottle, my water purification bottle, the Grail, shelter supplies, cordage, medical supplies, lighting, batteries, cords for the external batteries, things like that. So I could go through real quick, figure out what I need for my trip home, poach the bag, put it in my get home bag, and then hit the road, and then leave the rest of the gear in my vehicle, at work, wherever I find myself in that situation. So that's basically my philosophy for my get home bag. I'm always gonna be going through this and updating it, and if better ideas come along. So if you guys have any questions or if you have any better ideas, please feel free to comment and like and subscribe. Thank you.